Welcome all. In this lecture, I would like to discuss about cloud architecture design and some goals and the principles which are used for the storage of the clouds and computing and the designing all these things. So here the basic thing is we need to know the what is a cloud architecture basic one, which is used to process massive amounts of data with a high degree of parallelism. So for that, it covers three topics: cloud platform design tools, enabling technologies for clouds, and the last one is a generic cloud architecture, a basic architecture which is used for processing virtual clusters which are using virtual machines, storages, network resources, and then some data centers like that, it will be indicated. So the first of all representation is cloud platform design goals. So we need to consider, so why we need to specify the goals or the principles here is, if you consider an internet cloud, it is envisioned as a public cluster of servers provision on demand of uh, performing collective web services or distributed applications using data center resources here. So for this, what we need to do is nothing but we need to reach our goals what we are presenting. So here the key goals what you are specifying or what you are doing here is scalability, virtualization, efficiency, and reliability. So these are the design goals has to be satisfied by these computing platform. And then what you have to do is nothing but it must support Web 2.4 applications which receives the user request, and it has to find the correct responses and then correct resources also, and then the services what we are what it is means what the user is requesting has to be invoked based on the resources what you are having. So here, or all these things, the cloud management, the software what you are using needs to support both physical and virtual machines what you are having. That is, the host and the VMs has to be supported by the management what you are using here. So however we are proposing all these things, there could be in the security there. So the security in shared resources what you are using, or the shared access of these data centers what you are providing, also a big challenge for processing. Means not only the four major design goals what you are having, we are having another one also, that is a security for accessing the shared resources and the shared access also. So for this, whatever the platform we are constructing, it needs to be established a very large scale of HPC, that is a high performance computing architecture or infrastructure. Means it won't include or it won't allowing only the throughput, or it is going, it is performing, means it is going through these performance based one. So if you we see all these things in a combining one, the hardware and the software systems what we are using are to be combined to make it easy and efficient to operate. So if we consider, if you specify the scalability is a beneficial one, or the design goal has to be satisfied, then making these combining of these hardware and the software will be benefited from these cluster architecture what we are using. If we are specifying, if there is a chance of one, there is one service which is taking a lots of processing power, storage capacity, or the network traffic like that, what we need to do it there is we need to add more servers and the bandwidth to that one to take up of the load, and what it is processing, means what it is taking much time has to be identified. For that one, what we need to do is we need to add more servers, and the bandwidth has to be added to that type of works for delaying, for not delaying all these things. If we specify reliability as a thing, means reliability as a goal, it can be benefited, it can be benefited from the our proposed architecture. How it comes is nothing but we need to specify that the data has to be accessed, and the data has to be placed in multiple locations here. Means for example, if you are considering an user email, so what they are doing is you can put these emails in three different disks what you are using. So what it is providing is it is taking, that is you can access your email from different geographical data centers there, because we are keeping, or we kept these things what you are processing, that is emails, or in three different locations. Means if your data is concerned, any important data, any possibility there, where from where geographical, that is spatial recovery is concerned, what you have to do is nothing, you can gather all these things in a processing there. So if means how we are going to take this as an advantageous one, means if any of the data center is crashing, or that is a crashes, what it is doing is nothing but it is, if you are placing these things in three different methods. So one of them is crashed because you have got two different things, means two different areas of accessing also there. So the user data what you are means the user data what we are providing is still accessible by the provider. So if we are considering all these things here, what you are providing, the scale of these architecture or the cloud, we can easily expand. How we are expanding all these things are by adding more servers and the enlargement of the network connectivity, or means based on all these things has to be specified. So based on these things, what are the goals we are specifying is the scalability, virtualization, efficiency, and reliability. And the underneath one, and the next last one, what you are need to consider, we need to consider the design challenge is the security one. So other than the second one you are having is the enabling technologies for clouds. So if we are considering, or if we are dealing with the an internet computing software, what will be the key driving forces behind this cloud computing will be, that is the ubiquity of broadband, wireless networking, falling storage cost, and the progress improvements. This could be considered. Means, so what we need to specify is the cloud users, what we are using, what we are the specifying, or able to demand the capacity at the peak demand, the capacity of the storage, and the reducing the cost. um, yeah, they can have the experimenting with new services. And if they don't want any capacity which is not needed, then they can remove the unneeded capacity, whatever that means. Yes, for this if you are allowing this type of the thing, the services providers can easily increase their system utilization by multiplexing, and then virtualization, dynamic resource provisioning, all has to be are considered. If we are specifying all these things, the progress will be there. So where we are providing the progress, if you want to use all these things in the cloud, means the progress will be in hardware, software, and some network technologies what we are using here. So these are the technologies we are using here. So first one is the uh, fast platform deployment, virtual clusters on demand, multi-tenant techniques, massive data processing, web scale. So these are things what we are providing, or these we are using in the real world. These there means the cloud enabling technologies in the hardware and the software and the networking what you are presenting is are used in the real world here. So they are the requirements what are specified by the user or the end user, increasing the demand of these technologies. And the technologies what we are doing is are emerging many things into it, that into this thing, and they are benefiting also for. If we specify in the hardware area, so the rapid progress will be in these multi-core CPUs, memory chips, and the disk arrays, which are done to, means we need to use these build faster data centers here. So by using all these things, they progress in all these things made possible to build faster data centers, which are used for huge amount of the data storages here. Means if you are providing the resource virtualization here, so then the resource virtualization also using this cloud deployment, disaster recovery, like that has to also be provided. And there is a concept also, that is a service oriented architecture is also there. So in the previous sessions we discussed this. So here this is also providing the benefits of the cloud thing. The technology what you are using, their processing, you are also specified. So if you use these that is a multi-tenant or the SaaS or any provided is there. So how we are going to provide the progress in SAS, that is a multi-tenant technique. So here we are using Web 2.0 standards, and the performance of the internet what we are providing, it is completely contributed to these cloud services what we are using there. Means if you are specifying number of the users are there, means multi users are there, so the multi users are using same thing at a time, so there is a simultaneous use concept. The simultaneous use concept is also there, and we need to, what you need to do is nothing but there would be the sharing of the resource has to be considered. So if they want to share that one, so based on all these things, that is a web scale communication, distributed storage, and the licensing and billing services, whatever it is. So how we are specified is, today's world, the clouds what we are using are designed to serve a large number of tenants, over massive volumes of data what you are using. So to make this availability of large scale or distributed storage system, what we need is the data centers what we are providing. So here we are also providing some licensing works. So how we are going to maintain means, if there is a license management is there, billing services also we are providing. So for that we are providing a service is the utility computing to process all these things. So these are the different technologies we are using. In this different technologies also, the clouds are benefiting them, because they are providing the requirements what they are providing or be satisfied by the cloud also, and they are giving these things to be accessed here. So likewise, we are also having web scale communication also. In this web scale communication, we are providing, that is e-commerce is there, distance education also we are providing, telemedicine, social networking, and there is a virtualization concept is there. So sometimes we need to, the deployment has to be done in a fastest manner. So for that we need a platform. So for that type of the platforms, the requirement is the fast, efficient, and the flexible deployment resources are required. So to provide these type of things, we need the dynamic computing. So here, so based on the technologies, we are using different types of the computing. So we are including dynamic computing, utility computing is there, distributed things are considering, distributed storage is also specified. And then we are using some e-commerce also, so for supporting all these things. And then we are also supporting the personalized means massive data processing. So we are representing different things, that is a processing, especially to which are supported for the personalized resource services. So these personalized services also being supported, means we are not concentrating on the one area, or we are not concentrating on only one marketing, or only on the ITs like that. So if you are having different types of requirements, or the different requirements, and it is allowing to access all these things based on the requirement, and it is taking means the advantage, or that it is taking a privilege to provide users of the benefits of the clouds for your requirement, in hardware point of view, as well as software and networking also. So after that, we are having a topic that is a generic cloud architecture. So this is a cloud architecture we are having. So this is a security aware cloud architecture, and which is been built on with virtual clusters of the virtual machines, and they has consist of storage and some network resources also. So these are all so placed, rather these are all over the data center servers which are using, which has been operated by multiple providers or the providers there itself. So if we are considering an internet cloud or processing, so there is their clients or their service catalogs, and then security and the performance monitoring, the resource monitoring, trust delegation, these are the things we are not. And then you are having data centers. So here we are providing the cloud platform, and the complete the what the thing we are using is a public cloud. So here So the thing what you have to specify is we are using an internet cloud. So the internet cloud what you are presenting is completely envisioned with a massive cluster of servers what you are using. So these servers what you are providing means here the servers what you are using could be on demand of means the users what you are using and has to be demanded for to perform for what they are using is to perform collective web services or distributed applications means how we are there performing all these things is by using the data center resources what it is provided there, and also it is providing that is how it is formed means a cloud platform is formed there, that is in the blue color one we are representing a cloud platform here. So how it is formed, so how we are going to represent is it is formed by provisioning or deprovisioning the service, means we are providing means you are not using any complete servers there. So based on that one, you can add the servers and you can remove the servers also. So you will take the provisioning and the reprovisioning of the servers there, and also some softwares we are using, and also the databases, the resources which are used for the databases, and some hardwares also are included here. So we're coming to the servers. What could be a server means it can be any physical machine or any virtual machine, means it can be a host or a virtual machine there itself. And what could be the interfaces we are using means they are providing some user interfaces also there. So the user interfaces what we are providing is we are providing the interfaces through request raising, or that is request raising and the response processing, like that means the request raising will be the user interface for processing. So to provide these provisionings of the servers what we are using a provisioning tool which is used for these requesting survey. It will totally look after the services which has been requested from the clients, and it will take the clients that is requesters what they are processing, and these tool carves out the cloud system to deliver the requested services what you are having. So for also in addition to that we are having these server cluster. What you have to do is nothing but we need to provide a distributed storage, and also we need to provide some that is services also for that, means along with that distributed storage also we need to provide some services we are having to access all these things. So here the resources what you are using here means we provided some resource provisioning like. So the resources what you are using or represented means are built what you are provided will be built in the data centers only, means they can be owned, which the data center what you are presenting can be owned, or sometimes what you are doing is nothing but we can take them from the another one, that is we are providing through these third party generator also. And also we are having that is another representation, that is a consumers also providing. So here what is the technology has to be specified. If we are considering the technology means we are having previous some technologies are considered. So if we are considering the technology, the consumer what we are specifying, the consumer what we are using, there is no need to know what type of the technology has been used by you, I mean by the provider or any by the data center, has to be in not to be means known by the consumer. It is not an important thing also. So here in this cloud also we can provide the softwares what you are using can be provided as a service, and there are we can store the massive amounts of the data, and we can retrieve the massive amounts of the data from that one. So for all these things what we need to do is nothing but we need to build a framework which is need to process large scales of data which has been stored in the storage system what you are using. So for this things, we need to take out the distributed file system environment or the database system. So that's why we are using the distributed environment here for providing the resources what you are using. So if you want to access any resource, if you want to access provide anywhere, so these other cloud resources what you are using are also can be added to our cloud platform. Means what could be the other resources, means for example SANs, we are using storage area networks, database systems, firewall, security devices, and also there are some different types of represents also there. So that way these are all things has to be added into that one. So if these according to this also we need to take the service web service providers also. So these web service providers, what they do is they will provide a special API for enabling the developers to exploit these internet clouds what we are using. So according also for that one we are having that is monitoring devices also there. So for that we use the monitoring units to view track the usage and performance of the provisioned resource. Means the resource is provisioned with you, what you are doing is if you are using or not, you are just subscribed to that one. You are means you are paying and using, pay and use is there. So you are paid to that resource and you are not using that resource, means it's a means it's not an encourageable one. So what they do is nothing to know whether that the resource what they achieved, what they are taken by the cloud has been used in a manner or not, has to be known. So for that, we need to take these, that is, there is a security and the performance monitoring is there. No? So these monitor will track the usage of resources what you are having. So if we go for these, the structures what you are having, and also we need to consider the software infrastructure also. So here, the software infrastructure of the cloud platform, what you are presenting has to be handle the resources and the maintenance of these things, means to whom I have to add all these things, and it could be able to detect the status of each node server which are joining and leaving the clouds, and also means must be perform a relevant tasks what it is having, like that means whether they are requesting for the things, it is providing the requesting things or not, like to be has to be specified. So if we are taking the cloud computing providers such as Google and the Microsoft also, what they done is nothing but they are taking the things to be done by the large number of data centers over the world. Means they are not using only single data center, like large number of data centers it is providing. So if we consider a data center may have thousands of servers, or this you may say the millions of the servers also. So what you have to do is nothing but we need to choose the location of the data center to reduce the power and the cooling cost. Means the data centers what you are means they are using could be built around the hydroelectric power. Means the physical platform what you are using, there has to be concerned here. Means before choosing the data center, so we need to specify the location of this thing. So these location of the thing will help you to reduce the powers and these cooling costs like that. So if you are considering the cloud types of the clouds we are having, the private clouds what you have specified could be easier to manage, because there is no any means the third person, the third party person won't be allowed here, because the persons which are using the organization only will use these services of the cloud. So if you consider the access point of view, the private cloud won't be means won't encourage all these things, because it would be access, it would give the access to the clouds at the particular at the particular place only. So if you take the easier to access way, then the public clouds what you are specifying will be will be chosen one. So if you are specifying these we are having multiple environment is there, that is we are using the public clouds and the private clouds in as it one, which is a hybrid cloud. So here why, because we are using is there are many cloud applications what we are providing, they want to take these benefits of these things beyond the intranet what they are providing. So for this thing what you have to do is nothing but any user or anyone, they must learn how to create a private cloud and how to interact with the public clouds in the open internet there. So that is in the public cloud or in the that is hybrid environment what you are providing. So whether we are using such type of the things, there could be representation problem, that is how we are going to provide the security. So the security means we are creating an environment which is going to access the private clouds here. So how we are going to provide this is nothing but, so here we are, must safeguard the operations for all the cloud types what you are using. Means the cloud security and the privacy issues what you has to specified has to be cleared out before accessing all these things, or the before creating the hybrid clouds for accessing all these things. So in these are the things we are having. There is a service catalogs also providing. So here, what are the service catalogs? What are the services we are providing has been specified. That is, we are providing the service resource provisioning or the deprovisioning, the virtualization, the management, user interfaces. These are the things we are using. So these are the things has to be connected to a public cloud. In this public cloud, we are maintaining a data center and also a cloud platform. In this cloud platform, what you are doing is it is taking the services from to and fro from these service catalog. So here it is providing some virtual computation, storages, and some network resources. All means anything based on the not only one user application, it is allowing to take on the multi-tenant applications, because one application has been accessed by the multiple people at a time. So further, it has to maintain the security also, and it has to take the performance also. So that's why the cloud platform has been connected to the security and the performance monitoring here. So the security also give you means providing to these resource provisioning, virtualization are also be considered here. So other hand, we are having the clients here. So the number of the clients, what they do is they have these properties. There is a trust allocation, reputation systems, and data culling for these protecting cloud resources. And they has to be means you are providing the data centers. What you are providing, they are using some data culling technique to provide that these things. The trusting has to be, they are having changed the methodology of accessing all these things. And we are also providing some security to access all these things, and also some privacy also to providing. So other than this, we are using a public cloud here. So not all the time where it is a usage of the public cloud has been considered. So if you want to access a private cloud also, you can use the private cloud. And these private and the public cloud combination also can be specified here. If you are using this type of the things, you can also need to specify what type of the technologies has to be emerged into that one. And you need to satisfy all the goals what you are having, that is a scalability, reliability, efficiency, virtualization, and also the last one is the security. If we are presenting all these things into our cloud environment or the architecture or the platform what you are using, we need to specify what you are considering it has should be in a secured manner, and you are providing some privacy also. So this is about the designing goals what you are having. And the cloud architecture we are discussing, and whatever the technologies means, we are having some 7 technologies we can use in these environment, which can be supporting for our hardware and the software, and also the networking environment also. Thank you.